What's up people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bhaskar and today's HTML topic is input types and attributes. So let's get started. So in previous video we discussed about input tag and label tag, and we discussed about a few input types, and we will discuss about those input types in details. So these are the input types we are going to discuss in upcoming one or two videos. So let's get started. So first of all, let's discuss about these attributes as well as this attribute. Okay, so you already know about type. Okay, this is the type of input you want to take from user. Okay, this attribute depends upon the type you want to uh, depends upon the input you want to take from user. If you want to take text, then you can set the type as text. If you want to take email, then you can set it as email. If you want to take password or numbers, you can set password or number as type here. Okay, so now let's discuss about name. So you may already have idea about HTML, that HTML gives you the structure of your website. Okay, but it doesn't design your website. To design your website, you must use CSS, cascading style sheet, or JavaScript, etc. Okay, so while coding for front end or back end, when you want to refer this input field, okay, you can use the name to refer this input field. For example, you are using this input type text to obtain user's first name. Okay, first name. So you can use this name to call this input field, particular this input field where you are asking about user's first name in your backend or front end coding in JavaScript, etc. So this is the use of name. Okay, so when you name this input field, you can use this name to call or to refer this input field in your further coding. Okay, then discuss about value. It doesn't require values in some input types. For example, if you are using text, it doesn't actually need value. Let me show you what value does. Okay, suppose this is for first name. Okay, this is for first name. One more thing, this name field will not be displayed in this section. Okay, so name is just for coding purpose. Value will be displayed over here. For example, if I write here first name, it will be displayed over here, first name, but there is no need of putting value in text field. Okay, you can alter this, you can cut this, and you can paste this, but as you are obtaining user's first name, you don't need to type anything here, and user have to type himself. For example, I want to take user's first name. Instead of writing here, I can write in placeholder. Okay, enter your first name. So what placeholder does here, it gives an idea, but you cannot alter it, you cannot cut or paste it. It doesn't make any difference between empty box or placeholder text. Okay, it is just to give an idea that we are asking user to enter his first name here. As soon as user starts to enter his name, for example, my name is Bhaskar, as soon as I type B, it will disappear, the placeholder message will disappear. So this is the use of placeholder attribute. So in some cases placeholder works, in some cases value works. Okay, so this is my name. Okay, when I cut this, then again placeholder message will be displayed, enter your first name, to give an idea that we are asking user to enter his first name. Then same thing you can use to obtain users last name, enter your last name. Okay, so you can name it as L name. See, enter your first name, enter your last name. Even though I haven't used any label over here, user still can understand that in this field I'm asking for his first name, and in this field I'm asking for his last name. So this is how these attributes work. So I have explained type, explained name, explained value, explained. Let me give you an example of value where you can, or you must enter value. Suppose we are using submit type. Okay, we are using input type submit. So what submit does, it creates a button, it creates a submit button. Okay, then you can enter value here. So what it will do, click to submit. Okay, click to submit. So this is obviously uh, yes, so obviously you will mention that this button is to submit the data, submit these fields, okay, to the backend or to the database. So you must enter value here, and same goes with reset, to reset all the fields to default. uh, Let me leave it empty. So there it goes, empty, no name, no nothing. So you can enter value here, reset. So now user will understand that when you will click on this reset, this field will automatically be reset. Okay, I did not, it is most important that you define everything in between form. As soon as you click on reset, your data will be lost. Okay, this is how reset works. And as soon as you click on submit, the data goes to the action page. Even if it is a action page or database, the link you are provided in action, the data will go there. So I hope you like the video, and I hope you will practice these texts after watching this video, guys. That's it for today. We will discuss about these in next video. We have already discussed about text, already discussed about submit, already discussed about reset. We will discuss about email password and rest of these in next videos. So till then, bye bye, take care, keep learning, keep searching, and keep practicing.